Hello everyone, it's so great to be back in this space here again. I have missed it so much. It feels just so good. So today we will be taking a look at your roadblocks to success. And now me and the guides that I'm working with here, we will be defining what we mean by success in regards to this reading specifically, because depending on how we define the word success, the roads there will be different, right? So for the sake of making it simple and what we are trying to achieve here, what we are trying to hone in on here, we will define it in a specific way. And you will probably have your own definition of success that will perhaps differ from this one. I'm rambling. I want to begin by reading a text from the Mary L. Tarot Guidebook because it leans into this definition. So this comes from the card meaning of the Nine of Cups card in the Mary L. Tarot. And the text begins at page 133 if you have this guidebook and want to read it. I'm reading from page 134 here. So, often as I worked on this card, I thought of the Wizard of Oz. It reminded me of the scene where the dog pulled back the curtain and revealed that the great Wizard of Oz was really just an old man, and that everyone was capable of fulfilling their own wishes. This is the same. They are all you. All of those characters, the lion, the tin man, the straw man, the dog, Dorothy, the witches, the flying monkeys, the munchkins, the wizard, and the dog, and anyone else I left out. They are all you. Oz is on the inside, Kansas is on the outside, and you think there is a great magic that can save you or accomplish things for you or whatever. But in the end, when you pull back the curtain, when you stand in front of the high priestess and you pull back the veil, all you see is just a common monkey marveling at the world. And you realize that there doesn't need to be anything else because this is enough. And that even a lowly monkey is divine and will live on in eternity. Keywords: contentment, gratification, peace with who and what and where you are. And that's really underlined here. Peace with who and what and where you are. That is the success story that we are building on in this reading today. So it's really not something that you can measure on the outside, only when you take stock on how you feel about yourself, your situation, and what has led you here. So let's begin. I hope that made it clear enough. So let's begin by setting an intention for this reading. I'm connecting in with the eternity of my soul and the wisdom of my eternal soul through all existing lifetimes, the past, the present, and the future all coming together in this now moment. Connecting in with this community, meaning everyone who will be watching this video, feeling a sense of connection to the messages and to my energies. Connecting into the spirit tribes of this community, connecting into my spirit tribe, connecting in with the goddess Freya, of war and love and fertility and abundance, connecting in with the spirit animal of skunk. I set the intention that these messages will give us all clarity around our building blocks to success as it is defined earlier in this video by my spirit tribe and guides. I set the intention that I channel these messages in a clear, concise, compassionate, and impactful way in order to make a shift and a transformation in your experience moving forward. I pray that these messages will be for the highest good of all beings and Earth in its entirety. Let it be so. Thank you. I'm pondering a bit here about the meaning of skunk. That something that may seem foul on the surface is actually a very loving and protective mechanism for this animal. Is there anything you want to say with this? They want to move into the reading, so perhaps it will become more apparent how this connects into this subject. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here. I've missed it so much. This is what I live for, truly. When I don't have this, I don't know what I'm doing, really. Okay, how to begin? There's actually a deck missing here. I'm going to grab that. So we are doing a pull from the Isis Oracle Pocket Edition to begin with, because I feel that there is a need for encouragement when it comes to this topic. There could be people connecting in here that feels that this sort of success doesn't seem feasible or doable. And the goddess wants to give some encouragement here for everyone, no matter how you are feeling about this subject. The dark mysteries. The dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber, where she holds a test and a gift for you. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiation is here. So this is a sort of advanced goal, you could say, because this is something that we will be carrying for throughout the entirety of our lives, right? It starts from within. It's a gold mine of opportunity if you reach this state of being, of contentment with who and what and where you are. So it's a bit advanced. And if you're feeling that it isn't doable for you, you feel that you are not sure if it is for you, if you are even able to achieve this in your lifetime even, the goddess is asking you why you feel that way. Because if that is so, it is time for some deeper healing and shadow work into why you are feeling that way, and perhaps more specifically, why you feel that you are not deserving of this experience, this relationship with yourself and with your life experience. Okay. There was something that wasn't said there. If you are feeling more sure about yourself and about this, having more confidence in that this is achievable for you, the goddess has a message to you as well. It lies in the shadows, she's saying. It lies in the shadows. The key to success in this definition lies in the shadows. And that's for you to figure out, essentially. She's pleased with that. And she's stepping aside, but showing that she's still here, which says to me that she is available to you if you want to connect in and work with her specifically with this task. If you feel it is needed and you feel a call to do this work with her. Okay, so I'm going to ask three main questions. Oh, wait. Getting ahead of myself. It was some time ago that I wrote this down. It was like 2 weeks ago, so I have forgot a bit about this. So first of all, we will be doing a poll for the overall theme around these building blocks. So not around a definition of success, because we have already been speaking about that. Peace with who and what and where you are. And realizing that that is enough. So the theme here is more about the overall theme of these building blocks, which will be 3. And for that we will be using the white light. Or actually we will be doing 2 polls for this, depending on where you feel that you are at in your own journey. So we will begin with the white light oracle for those of you who are feeling that you are more confident in reaching this goal, okay? Cupio dissolvi. I'm going to read the short text here for this card. It's a 2 here, so there's something about what you are magnetizing or attracting, or what's being mirrored to you. It's a learning opportunity. What is being mirrored to you, especially when it comes to these uncomfortable situations that we rather not be in. Take every opportunity to look at that at a deeper level. It is time to let go. Things are working out in their own way. Trust that your heart is wise and is leading you on a soul healing journey and the right spiritual path. Spirit wants to bring you a blessing and a resolution, but you must let go and allow it to happen. Events are unfolding according to a higher plan. Even if your plans are going awry, know that all will come together at the right time and in the best way possible. Surrender your struggle and hold on to your faith. Surrender your struggle. So where there is struggle, there is opportunity to let that struggle go through learning what the struggle is trying to teach you. And that is all that I will say about that. Now, I will be doing a pull from the Wild Wisdom of the Faery Oracle. For those of you who are feeling that this is more of a challenging task, and perhaps you are somewhere in between, and you can apply both of these messages if you will, if you wish. Shimmer. Glamour, confidence, allure, charisma. So for you, it is about investigating and taking stock of things, aspects of your own being and the life that you have created that you can feel proud of. And it can be even the smallest things. Like, I tend to have a tidy home. And make lists if you like lists, but preferably write it down or say it out loud to affirm that this is something that you have created for yourself and something that you are proud of about yourself and about the life that you live. And what you can do also is to ask people, loved ones around you, what they feel you are good at with yourself or with your life. Something that perhaps they are inspired by or look up to or even are envious about, because of course we can be envious of how someone is doing things. That's another form of that's the other side of being inspired, right? Anything else? They would prefer it if you would actually write out a list and see how this list grows. And also thinking about how that makes you feel, and take stock if your confidence is building and getting stronger by that. Okay, so just to recap, it could be either looking at what the world is mirroring to you and going deeper with that and letting it go, or it could be boosting and building your confidence by really being proud of who you are right now and what you have created in your life, taking stock. So now we are going into the specifics. And what we will do here is to do a pull, like we will be building a house here. The foundation, the house, and the roof. And we are beginning with the foundation. This building block is about the inner work that you are creating. That's the foundation. The inner realm, the inner spaces that you are cultivating here. What's your advice about that? There's something I missed there. What's the theme of that building block? I think I have to let my cat out. If you hear some noises in the background, it's my cats eating. So, for the foundation, we have the Ten of Swords. At the bottom for that pull is the Four of Cups. This is about dissolving the expectations that have been put onto you that aren't really yours, have nothing to do with your own values and your own wants and desires. Is there something else here? I'm feeling something. Let's clarify here that this has nothing to do with your responsibilities as an adult, but more so the things that we add on in life that are not really necessary for you to be able to live a fully rounded life as an adult, taking care of yourself and the people that you need to take care of. But the extra, how you dress, the hobbies that you have, how you present yourself, all of those extra things. Dissolving the expectations that have been put upon you, that have nothing to do with you, really. That didn't come from you, from your soul. There's something with the bottom card of the Four of Cups. You can recognize this when you feel a sense of disconnectedness with what you're engaging in or with. It could be disguised as boredom or stuckness, but it is not necessarily that simple. So it needs a bit of digging here. But there is a sense of disconnect whenever you engage with this. So it's releasing those attachments. That's the foundation. And only keeping the bare bones of this structure and building from that. Because that, when you know that everything you build from there will be really true to you, to your values, to your wants and desires and needs. It's like the tower card. Stripping down the foundation to build something more better for yourself. I'm wondering, they're keeping me here for some reason, and I'm wondering why. Okay, so they want for me to draw a clarifying card from the Wild Wisdom of the Faery Oracle. Mother and daughter. Mothering, teaching, sharing knowledge, nurturing self-worth. Some of this are ancestral. Some of these things that we cling to from a sense of unnecessary responsibility. I hope you get what I'm saying with that. Are things that have been trickling down the family lineage. And there could be things that we feel that we need to pass on. And that we didn't really choose for ourselves. That we keep on doing because our mothers or our fathers or parental figures taught us that this was a part of life. Okay. They are doing this, which means that this is something that you can make a spin on, or what do you say? Investigate further. What does this mean for you? I have a really simple example for this. I used to knit. I was really into knitting for a while because that was something that my mother and my grandmother was doing. So it was in the sort of family tree, and my mother was very good at sewing as well. So I really had thoughts about getting a sewing machine and start sewing my own clothes. And then somewhere down the line, I realized that this is really not my own interest. This is not my interest. It was just being passed down to me. And when I was in it, I really did not feel a sense of connection to it. That deep sense of connection to it. It was not my own, really. Okay, so now we're moving forward here. The next building block is the house. This is the sort of habits, the routines, the action steps that you're taking that will be visible for others around you. Others will start to notice you changing. So what do you want to say about this building block? The house. The shell that has been built upon the foundation. So first comes the foundation, then comes the house upon it. The habits, the action steps, the routines. What do you want to say about this building block? There's something I'm missing here. It's a threshold, they're saying. This is a threshold. Because this can be a bit uncomfortable to change. Because when we make it visible for others, we make it an opportunity for others to judge us. That's something, at least, that we can be fearful of in our minds. So that is where the resistance might kick in. That is actually the biggest threshold, the biggest challenge in this 3-step building block process. So be aware of that and be compassionate with yourself when you feel like you are not doing as much as you would like to. Have compassion and then try again. Okay. They want for me to take 2 cards here. 2 of Swords. 6 of Wands. So this is also a 2-part process. The first part being actively changing things in your life, building on your foundation that are more true to your core beliefs, values, wants, needs, desires. Being brave and taking action and implementing action steps based on that foundation. The second part of that is whenever you are stumbling upon something new, something that seems fancy and shiny on the surface, perhaps it's a trend, my new morning routine, or whatever it might be, go back to your foundation. Make a decision, a choice from that space. Does this connect in to my values, my beliefs, my wants, needs, and desires? there's something very specific that they want to say here about the success with that. That's the success that you will be wanting to build here. Finding those things that correlates with your own foundation. And whenever something gets trendy, or whenever something blows up on the internet, it is probably because it has been successful for some, or for that specific person. It does not mean that it will work out perfectly for everyone. It does not mean that it is for everyone. So we need to connect it back to ourselves. Is this for me moving forward? And this also means being strong-willed and strong-minded. And perhaps also saying no to some things. And also being willing to break trends and being original. Is there something else? There's something fundamental here that I'm missing with this. Can you tell me? Okay, they're asking me to clarify with the wild wisdom of the fairy again. Please clarify. What's the core theme of this step? This step is about you making movement. It's action-based, action-oriented. It is propelling you forward. Silver Sisters. Time to take protection from toxic thoughts and energy. What do you want to say with that? So in this step, it's important that you detach from the need to be likable. That can be hard, right? Detach from the need to appear as someone who is appealing to another, but not to yourself, if you understand what I mean here. This is for you. It is not to show off or be liked at the expense of your own self-love. Okay. The third step. This is the roof. This is where you have come to a place where this success, this inner success, is oozing out of you, and it extends from you, around you, to people in your life. Perhaps you can even teach or show and inspire others. So now this has extended to something outside of yourself, something bigger than you, and you are offering a sort of support and shelter for your community. So can you explain what this building block wants to teach us? Page of Pentacles. Let's draw a clarifier immediately. Let's draw 2. 3 graces. Cooperative ventures with friends, joy, sharing, new partnerships that are fun. Once was innocent. Knowledge means change. I need to sit with this for a while. I'm being reminded of the spirit animal of skunk. Of that the foul smell, that it is actually a protective way for this animal to keep it safe. This is about finding your tribe and your community. People who are sort of like you in this way, that strengthens and affirms this strong new foundation and house that you have built for yourself and your life. That can help you grow. That will grow from you. And it is also about attracting the people who you will help, who you will aid in your own specific way, with your own specific gifts and abilities. Perhaps something that you would like to make a business of. There's so much in here. And I'm wondering where to begin with all of these messages. So this will only be applicable for some, but when you reach this state, there could be a new desire for you to change direction in career, perhaps taking up studying in a conventional or unconventional way. There could be that drive coming forth when it's time to build the roof here. Okay, what else? For others, it could be more so about refining your gift to the world. Taking it further. There's something. Can you tell me more? Can you explain to me more? Can you specify? So each and every one have your own journey, but the core theme here of this is extending who you are, what you have built, what your strengths and gifts and abilities are, and sharing that with other people in any desired platform. It could be in a regular job, as a hobby, as volunteering, in your friendship groups, to your child, whatever you feel called to do. There's something more here that I cannot quite get to. Knowledge means change. And the Page of Pentacles. New partnerships that are fun. It could be teaming up with other people who are doing similar things as well. And expanding on your businesses. This also feels very business oriented. Perhaps looking into that and start thinking about that, start building that, or refining that if you're already into it. Perhaps even changing it up a whole lot when you have been moving through these building blocks. Perhaps you're realizing that some things needs to change if you already have an existing business. I'm feeling that's all. I'm just going to scan the energies here, if there's anything else. I feel the goddesses of Isis and Freya. What is it that you want to say here? They want to give a concluding message from the White Light Oracle for everyone here involved. Spirit Bear. This requires quite an amount of strength to do this. But if you're watching this, you feel a connection to it, you are capable of moving through this challenge. And challenge is good. Challenge helps us grow. And it can be very, very motivating. You are being healed from guilt and fear. Such emotions will no longer steal your personal power or dissuade you from confidence, happiness, and realizing your own worth. It's coming back into our own personal power and releasing that which has keeping us from it, which is probably centered around shame and guilt. And fear. No matter how unlikely it may seem, you are going to emerge from a spiritual winter into light and life. The divinely ordained time for your liberation, healing, and emergence is much closer than you realize. Abundant blessings are stirring and shall soon manifest. Is there anything else you want to say? What I'm feeling here is that I need to conclude the reading because I am exhausted of energies, and I need to honor that. And that's important for me to say so that we all become aware of our own boundaries, honoring them, not comparing ourselves to others around you. Because I know that there are several readers who could be going on for hours and hours doing this work. I can't, and I need to honor that. That's perhaps for someone. So that is all for today, dear friends. Thank you so much for connecting in, and I do hope to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.